Taking a look at some of our Alaska news for this Wednesday, September 27th, 2017. Troopers say that a 14-year-old Aleknagik boy is dead after a huffing incident. His body was found slumped over next to an open can of fuel on a boat. And despite his age, it's actually part of a trend right now that's showing that out of the dozens of people who have died from huffing in the last 3 years in Alaska, the majority of them have been over the age of 30. Police at Anchorage looking for a missing 13-year-old girl. After they put the call out to the public for help, they found her safe. The Senate President Pete Kelly says that he is ready for the special session, looking forward to the debate on toughening the laws against and penalties against certain crimes. No comment, however, about the governor's proposal for a 1.5% income tax. A glacier dam in the Kenai burst and created some minor flooding on the Kenai River. And a Fairbanks man has been sentenced in the killing of a former reality TV star. He only got a few months in prison, actually, for it because he claimed it was self-defense after the murder happened several hours after the other man had pepper sprayed his girlfriend's dog. The fate of the cannabis industry is up for a vote again, this time not only in Fairbanks but also down in the Kenai Peninsula. They're voting there on whether to outlaw these businesses that have been operating there for the last several years and would basically put some 15 to 20 businesses under by a vote of the public. The NOAA Fisheries are studying a Bering Sea bloom. It's actually interesting because normally the Bering Sea is a really dark, deep blue, but occasionally it comes up to this turquoise color. That's caused by some kind of an algal or bloom, whatever the critter is. It's like a single-celled organism. And they're linking it to the die-off of seabirds, and they're trying to study it now with using satellite data, looking at the coloration of the Bering Sea over the last several years. The Anchorage property crime rates are rising. People have been complaining about it to elected officials and to police down there. Well, it turns out it is true. However, they've been a lot worse. In fact, if you compare the data to just 20 years ago, the property crime rate especially was over double what it is now. It's just that what happened was the rate of crime plunged sharply during the early 2000s and 2010s. And now that it's rising back up again, people are saying, oh, look, the crime rate is up. It's still much lower than it used to be in Anchorage. Many other stories that we don't have time for, including the Fairbanks City Council approving a stipend, some $2,500 per household for a number of houses affected by a water contamination issue. To talk about the Port of Anchorage and the $700 million needed for repairs and more. If you want details on those stories, become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com, and I will send you a 30 to 40-minute audio version of the news directly to your inbox every morning at 5 a.m. Once again, radiofreespeech.com.